This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We are discussing about common table expression, CTE. So it is similar to derived table as we discussed already. CTE is introduced in SQL Server 2005. CTE can be declared once and use it many times. This is what we need to understand today. What is the meaning of use it many times? Syntax with CTE name as select statements and read the data from the CTE, select star from CTE name, and you can apply where clause, group by clause, joins, lot of things you can do that. Okay, so CTE is it is declared once, used many times. It is declared once, used only once. Query within the single query, within the single query itself. Reusability will be there, no reusability. So let us understand these 2 points clearly. So to understand these 2 points, we need to write this query. Find out the branch which has highest number of customers. Okay. Now let me go to SQL Server. So use iBank, say go and select star from the account master table. So I'm getting some data. Now I wanted to know which branch has more number of customers. To do that, I wanted to count so number of customers in the given branch. Okay. So I have an aggregate function. If you have aggregate function and some other columns, this column has to be there in the group by clause. Otherwise, it will give you an error. Clear? It will clearly telling you group by clause is missing. Why? Because if you have an aggregate function here, so apart from aggregate function, the remaining columns, whatever you have it there, that has to be there in the group by clause. Already we discussed this. Let me execute. So this is my query. It is taking a lot of time. Okay, let me execute it. So I wanted to know, which branch has more number of customers. I take this, copy with headers, and we will be, let us keep this data and let us find out which branch has more number of customers. So to do that, first you need to find out what is the maximum, that is this, and who has it, right? So this is the table. This is the table, you must use it. Using this table, you need to write, what is the logic, what is the maximum, and who has it. So we are talking about, subquery kind of a logic. But this is what is the table. Okay, so the table itself is a query. So using this query, I should be able to consider this as a table, right? So using this table's data, I should be able to find out what is the maximum, then who has it, right? So to do that, I will be able to do find out the maximum. So what I do, I take this completely as a table, select, okay, max comma cnt from which table? From this table, okay. So this table I wanted to copy. So this is as a derived table. So this is what I'm going to be using as give some alias. So this is the query, this is the table. So using this table, I'm going to be finding out max because max CNT is a alias. So what is the max? So maximum will be, what is the maximum? 18. So if you see clearly, maximum is 18. So I don't need maximum. Who has it? I need the name of the branch. Clear? So the next query will be find out the branch ID. Again, I need to write select branch ID from which table? Table is the same thing. This is the table from this table only. This table means what? This table means this is the one table. Okay, copy this. Okay, go back, find out, open this, find out the branch ID from this table as UK. Okay, where CNT, because CNT is already available in this table. CNT, that is CNT is equivalent to 18. So CNT is equal to 18. Open the bracket, close the bracket. So you need to find out the maximum. Maximum means this complete query you need to copy it. Copy this and you should be able to paste it here. So this is what is the complete, the query. We should be able to get it. So this will give me maximum. This will give me maximum, and I don't need maximum. I need where the CNT equals to 18. I need to get this. Now, if you see this, you should be able to get the perfect answer without having any issue. Branch BR1. Clear? So the logic is very, very simple. What is the maximum and who has it? But this is not the ready-made table. This is a queries result set. Clear? So that is what is called this. Okay. So this is the table and this is giving you some result set. Using this table, I wanted to find out first, I wanted to find out first what is the maximum using this table. Okay, what is the table name? Table name is K. So I will be able to execute this query first. This will give me 18. Again, using the same table. Same table means this is the one. This is the table, right? So using this, I wanted to find out which branch has that. Now, the first thing you may be asking me, sir, we are using the same table here as K. Again, in the single query, again we are using same table as K. So why are we copying and pasting here? Can't we simply say a K? Because already we have declared this as a K. Already we have declared this as a K. Can't I say from the same K table? For example, this is a table name is called K. Okay, from this table, I would like to find out max of CNT. It will be giving you 80. So what I'm trying to do, so here we have declared as a K. Again, why are we writing the same table here as a K? Because you need to write it, otherwise it is not going to work. So that is the problem of a derived table. So, so if you wanted to reuse the same table again, it is not going to be reused. So what is the meaning? If you wanted to use this again, there is no choice for you. Again, copy and paste the same thing and keep it. So this is what declare once and use only once. Okay. So you cannot call the K table elsewhere. So that is the biggest issue because I'm using this table twice. This is the first time I'm using the same query as K, and here also I'm using same query as K, or you may give different name. That doesn't matter. But the understanding is that this is the table. This is the table I'm using twice. Okay. Why can't I declare once here? And I wanted to reuse. For example, I have declared as once. Again, I would like to simply say from K table only. From K table only, I want to find out max because this is a single query itself. I'm not talking about two queries. This is a single query. Can't I refer this one here? So that is what is the problem of a derived table. So derived table, you declare it here, you can use it here. If you wanted to again reuse the same query means you cannot simply copy paste the 1,000 lines here and keep it there. Clear? Again, tomorrow you wanted to use it elsewhere here. Again, copy, paste these 1,000 lines here. You need to copy and paste again. You can give different name, same name, doesn't matter. You can give any other name also. Sorry, any other name also you should be able to give like this. There is no problem at all. Clear? So the issue is that reusability is always once. No reusability of the code again. Clear? So that is what you can get it here. Okay. So now how I should be able to write the same code here. Let us understand. So this is the table, right? This is the table. I'm calling this as a derived table here, right? Now what I do, I take this. So here we were using a derived table concept. Okay. Derived table concept we were using. So let me take the same table and I wanted to use a CTE concept. Okay. So this is the table. Table means a query now. This is the query, right? This query will give you the same data, but how can we write a CTE? The syntax with the CTE name. So you need to start with always write like this. Okay. How can we write CTE? With CTE, like I can say my CTE, or you can give simply K. That is also fine, right? And as open the bracket, close the bracket, the same query you should be able to copy and paste it here. Clear? So that is what we can do it. Now, this is the CTE. What is the CTE name? K. Now, I wanted to read the data from the CTE. Select star from K. So this is the beauty, right? So from the K means this is the K. So this is the K. K means this is the K. Okay, so let me do this. So this table name is called K, right? So that is what you need to understand. This table name is called K. Now from the K table, I want to find out maximum, right? So, and I want to get at this. So from the same table where C and T is equivalent to, I can write one more subquery. Select max of C and T from which table? From table called K. So that is the beauty here. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to refer, this is what is my table. The table name is K and it is a CTE. I am calling once and I am calling second time here. So now this query is the simplest query. The logic is the same. What is the maximum and who has it? But now you see, I am able to refer K once here, twice here, and let me execute this. I should be able to get the data, right? So if you need only the branch ID, you should be able to put your branch ID here. So the same logic I have applied. Same logic I have applied. So this is your CTE. You declare once and use it many a times. Okay. So I have declared this as a K here. So this is what is called a K. And I'm calling here once, I'm calling here once more. Clear? So that is not available in the derived table because this I'm calling as a K, and even though I'm calling as a K, I cannot simply say from K. It is not going to work. It is not going to work at all. Clear? So that is what is the problem of the derived table. If you wanted to reuse, you need to copy paste entire logic here. If it is 1,000 line of code, 1,000 line of code has to be again, copy and pasted again. These 1,000 lines will get executed once again. But here, what is going to happen? It is going to be executing the complete query and it is going to be keeping the data like this. It is going to be keeping the data like this. In which table it is, in which database it's going to be keeping the data? There is a database called tempdb database. Okay. So the beauty is it is going to be using the storing the data in a system database called tempdb. So in this, it's going to be keeping the table. Okay, what is the table name? K. It is not a table at all. It is a CTE. CTE means common table expression. That means which is a temporary result set. Okay, temporary result set that is going to be stored. So this is always it is executed. It is executed and stored. For example, if you're counting lot of numbers, it will take a lot of time to count it, right? Lot of time to count it. So I have only 18 customers here. It is taken fraction of milliseconds. You assume you have these many branches, but each branch has millions of customers. So when you execute this query, it may take a lot of time to count it, right? If you have 1 million data, so it may take a lot of time to execute it. Then what you're doing? Trying to, store this data in some temporary table, and using this result set, you're going to be performing what is the maximum and who has it. So when you create once and keep it, and you're using the same table again and again, so this will be bit faster for you because your first time you're executing and keeping the result set temporarily, and using the result set you're doing calculations. So what is the next calculation? What is the maximum and who has it? So that is what you're doing it. But when you go back to your derived table, what will happen? You have to execute this query. It may take 30 minutes. It may take 30 minutes. And again, the same query is copy and pasted here. And here also it will again re-execute it because it is not going to store the data anywhere. It's not going to store the data anywhere. So each and every query will get executed separately. So if it is taking 30 minutes of time, again, this portion also will get executed. It may take again 30 minutes of time. So total 30 minutes and 30 minutes, it will take 60 minutes. Clear? So this query definitely a not useful, but one-time usage. One-time usage means you can go in for this, but multiple time usage means derived tables will become very, very slow. Clear? Derived tables will become very, very slow because you have to copy paste the same query. One is that the logic number of lines will get increased. See now, one, two, three, three lines you're writing. Again, same three lines you're also copying and pasting it here. So, what are the disadvantages? Because of there is no reusability, number of lines of code will get increased. That is one disadvantage. Again, the same query will get executed multiple times on the account master table. So if it is taking 10 minutes of time, here also it will take 10 minutes of time, right? So 10 minutes and 10 minutes, it will take 20 minutes of time. So since there is no reusability, what will happen? Number of lines will get increased. The code, number of lines in the code will get increased, and definitely derived table will become a slow. Why? Each and every time the same query has to be executed on the raw data. Now here what are we doing? We are executing the data and we're getting some data. The data we are going to be copying in a database called TempDB. TempDB database is called as a system database. Clear? So in the system database, it's going to be storing a temporary purpose. Clear? So that is the table. And now what I'm going to be using, once it is stored, now using the same Kim table, I'm going to be finding it out name. And using the same K table, I'm going to be getting this. So this will also give me the same result set. This also give me the same result set. Clear? So that means what? So both of them will get executed, but derived table there is no reusability. But CTE there is a reusability. But CTE also has some problem. What is the problem? So here, so this is the CTE, right? Now I wanted to write one more query. So this is the first highest. Okay, if somebody asks me who has the second highest branch, second highest branch is BR4 because first highest is 18, second highest is 13, right? So I wanted to find out which has a second highest branch. Okay, that is BR4. So if I wanted to execute, so if I write one more query here, at least if I write simply from K, and I'm simply writing the same K table I wanted to get it and execute it. So here it is going to execute perfectly fine, but the same table I wanted to execute it below. So it is not available to me. See now, first one is able to give you data, but the second one it is telling me invalid object name K. What is the meaning? The meaning is very simple. Within a single query, you can call multiple times, but you will not be able to use in one more query. So it is restricted again. So the point here is within the query only you can call multiple times. Okay, many times within the single query. So here within the query only one time. Clear? So you cannot call this in one more query. So that is the big issue. Even though it is also temporary result set, this is not at all storing result set anywhere. Okay, but this result set is available only to one query. It is not available to one more query. Okay, let me give you simple example. I wanted to drink a cup of water. So I poured the water in a cup. How many times you can drink? Only once, because it is cup of 100 ml water. We can drink only once. Okay, so that is you can think as a derived table. So only once we can use it. But you buy 1 liter of water bottle. So what is the advantage? You can drink multiple times, but since it is your bottle, only you can drink, but I cannot drink. Clear? So only you can drink. Within a one student can take multiple times. So within the single query, you can use this multiple times, but not to another student. Why? The scope is because it is your water bottle. Clear? You can store the water in the bottle and you can sip the water multiple times. That is what is called the CTE. You can understand like that. It is used by only one student because it is personal water bottle and is going to be drinking the water from the bottle multiple times. Clear? So that is what that is the meaning. So you can use this multiple times here, but in the one more query, so your water bottle, you're not going to be giving it to one more student, right? So he has to carry his own water bottle and he can drink multiple times. The scope is what? Whether are we going to drink single time or are we going to drink multiple times, depends upon that whether I choose a cup of water, a glass of water, or I wanted to carry a big water bottle with 1 liter or 2 liters. So that is how we need to think. End of the day, in the cup you have a water, in the water bottle also you have a water. In the derived table you have a data. In CTE also you have a data. So how what is the difference between the CTE and derived table? So CTE is a personal water bottle. Think like that. You have some water. So in the CTE you have some data. So if I'm talking about a glass of water, so that is a small set of data, but only for one use purpose. Okay, so that is how we need to think. So by end of the day, we are carrying a data. So whether it is a CTE or a derived table, we are going to be getting some data, but single use. So use glass. Multiple times personal use. Use 1 liter of or half a liter of water bottle. So that is what is called CTE. You can think like that. So you can easily understand. But I should be able to use it and you should be able to drink it. So multiple people, planning to have the water bottle. So that is where what we do, we will have a water station in the class. Okay. So my personal water bottle, I can only drink, but I cannot give it to you. But if there is a water station, water counter in your class, there are some 50 students. So everybody can approach the water can, water station, and you can drink the water. So that is available to everybody. Clear? So here we're talking about scope. So I have a water bottle, I have a water in the glass, I have a water in the water bottle, I have water available in my classroom. Clear? So the scope is very, very important here because CT is restricted to within the query. So no other student or no other query can access this K, no other people can access it. So that is how you need to understand. So the query is the scope is within the a single query you can call multiple times. If you carry a water bottle, you can drink multiple times. Morning 9 o'clock you can drink, 10 o'clock you can drink, 1 o'clock you can drink. As long as water is there, you can drink the water, right? But the problem is that you're not going to be offering this water to the next person, next student, right? Because it's your personal water bottle. Something like this you need to understand for CTE as well. Okay, so CTE is going to be storing the data, but the problem is that only that query can use multiple times, but not the other query. If you're carrying a water bottle, you can use multiple times, but not the other, guy who's sitting next to you. Clear? But if you wanted to have, I would like to have store the data, and again, I should be able to use it, and everybody else should be able to use it. Clear? So it is not a permanent one, right? It is a temporary one. So if that is the case, what normally we do, this is the table, right? So this is the table we're calling as a CTE, and this is the table we're calling as a derived table. This is a query. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to introduce one more concept called temp table. Already we discussed. Clear? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to take the same table. So this is my table. This is my table. I'm going to be taking this table and so I'm going to be storing. So into, okay. So now what I'm trying to do, I am keeping the data into one more temporary table. Temporary table can be created with the help of a hash, right? I told you already. So temporary table can be created with the help of a hash. You can give any name. You can give as hash k or hash tmp, whatever you wanted to give. Let us say hash k. Clear? So this is what is called a temporary table. So I am going to be storing this into a temporary table. Clear? So now where the temporary table data, it is also in the TempDB database. Now when you go, you should be able to find out hash k. Clear? Now I wanted to find out, which branch has more number of customers. With the same logic, I'm going to be applying. So select, you know, select max of CNT from which table? From above hash k table. Okay, hash k means temporary table. So using this is now this table name is called hash k. That's it, nothing else. The table name is called hash k. This is available in TempDB database. It is a temporary table, but the beauty is, so I'm going to be getting this. Clear? And I wanted to say where I wanted to find out, I'm able to get max, but I need the name, which branch has, right? Select branch ID from which table? The table name is a single hash key only, right? Hash key is a temporary table where C and T is equivalent to this, okay? So already we have a hash. This is C and T. I wanted to find out what is the maximum C and T from this. It will be giving you 18. Okay, it will be giving you 18, but you don't need 18. Wherever the CNT equals to 18, you need this. So this will give you a beautiful result set. And I wanted to call again this CT, this, what is called. Okay, I would like to call this one and I wanted to execute multiple times. Now see, I'm storing the data in a temporary table, a temporary database, and even though I am drinking the water, I'm using multiple times here, you can use it, and you can also get the data and execute it. So what is the meaning here? So you are also drinking your water bottle and others also using the, what is the meaning? So all the data is available in your classroom. In your classroom there is a water station, so that can be accessible by all people. So you can go drink multiple times, other guy also can go drink multiple times. Okay, so that is what is called temporary table. So temporary table is available everybody to you multiple times. Clear? So CTE is a personal water bottle. It is available only to that query, not to anybody else. Clear? So derived table, a water in a glass. So that only one person can drink only one time. Clear? So not multiple times. So you have different scopes are available. So temporary table, where is this available? So this is available. All the data is kept inside the temporary database, and any people can use this multiple times. This query can execute. You can write one more query. You can write one more query. So each and every query can go and get the data. So that is the beauty. Clear? So when should I go in for a derived table? One time use. When should I go in for a CTE? I would like to, get some results set and store temporarily, but I would like to consume only within the single query multiple times. So go in for CTE, but not only me, I would like to write multiple queries and access this in multiple times. Okay, so I'm writing one more query. I may write one more query as well. Okay, I can write much more queries. For which is the branch which has highest number of customers? Which is the branch which is having second highest number of customers? Okay, so second highest means you need to find out this logic, right? So and again you need to say lesser than this. C and T is lesser than this and open the bracket and close the bracket. So what is the next maximum? This is the next maximum. And who has it? Who has it means again you have to write the complete logic here. So this will give you, open the bracket and you should be able to close the bracket, right? So what is the first highest means? This will give you first highest branch ID. This will give me second highest branch ID. See, if you wanted to use multiple times, don't go in for a CTE. So this will give you like this. Clear? So branch number BR4, according to us, branch number BR4 is there in the race for the second highest. This is the first guy. Clear? So like that, you should be able to see multiple queries, but all the result set is temporarily stored where in TempDB. So when this result set is going to disappear, so as soon as you close the connections, connection number is 68. Have you seen this? So as soon as you close this connection, for example, I'm having this right now, even though you refresh, it is there. It is there, right? Now what I do, I wanted to go, okay, and I close this. So when I close this, what will happen? This water station is will get disappeared. So what is the meaning? So all people went from the school. So what will happen? The water station kept, that will be removed by your college, the operations team. Clear? So they're going to be clean the water station from your class. It is not a permanent water station which is kept in your class. Okay. As soon as all the people go from the class, so the school management guys are going to come. They will be cleaning the water station from the room. Again, when you come in, it'll be there. So when you refresh it, when you go, that table is gone. Clear? So everything is temporary, everything is temporary, but the way you understand is important. When should I use a water station in the class? That is also temporary, it is not a permanent, because 30 people are there. For example, you go to an examination center and they have to arrange a water station, right? So what temporary purpose, they'll put a water station. So you will be there for 3 hours, 4 hours, you read the examination, you consume the water. But as soon as you go, and they'll be removing the water station from there. Clear? So that is also temporary, but all other people can easily access it. Clear? So one time use, that is a data in a derived table. A multiple time use, a data which is there in CTE. And but I wanted to use not only me, my friends, and I wanted to use the data in multiple queries. So if that is the case, you should be keeping the data in a temporary table. But the problem with the temporary table also one more. What is it? As soon as you close the connection, the temporary table also goes away. So that is the problem, but that's fine, no problem, because we're talking about temporarily storing the data. Now, so let me create the same temporary table once again. First, you need to execute and put them into this table, right? So this is a table gets created. You can give any name. You can give A, B, C, whatever you want to give, you can give. You should be able to find out. And now when you go and try to execute these, you will not be able to execute again because the same table cannot be created. It is clearly telling me there is already an object named hash k, right? So you will not be able to use it. So, but you can call this table multiple times like this. So star, I wanted to again see the complete data from hash k. That is also fine, right? So multiple times you should be able to use them. There is no issue at all. So first query, second query, third query, I can execute all of them at a time. There is no issue. Which branch has more number of customers, which is the second you know branch which has the highest number of customers, second highest number of customers, the total query. But the issue with the temporary table, so this is what is called local temp table. Okay, temp tables are two types. One is called local temporary table, that means it is a single hash you can prefix, so followed by any name. You can give a K, T, M, P, A, B, C. You can give your name. So whatever. Local temp means single hash. We have one more table called global temp tables. Clear? Temp tables are two varieties. One is called local temporary table. The second one is called global temporary table. So what is the difference? Let us understand. Okay. Local temporary table is this. So it is a temporary table, but which is the local. Why? Single hash. Now the problem is that we can call multiple times within the single window. I wanted to use one more window and I wanted to write. Okay, sorry. I wanted to write like this. Select star from the hash k, right? So when I'm trying to execute it, it is telling me invalid object name k. That means what? So I should be able to drink. That means what? So the water station is available in your class. Only your class can drink. But other class people who wanted to come and drink, it is not allowed. That is the point. Clear? It is available in your class. In your class, there are 30 students can only use it. But I would like to go to one more class, and that table I would like to access to one more class. So only your class people can access, but not the other one. So that is a restriction given to the, you know, the local. But if you wanted to have, so your class people should be able to use it. Other class people also should be able to use it. Then what you do? You have to create a global temporary. So global temporary means you need to store the complete result set into like this double hash k. Now store this. Now you can execute. Now see, you will be able to see local temp and global temp, both of them. This is a local temporary table. So you can access here. You can access, you know, here. So you can say you will be able to access it here. And I will be able to go to one more, window. I should be able to access here as well. So this is the difference between the water station in your classroom, then that is accessible only to you, and a water station available in the college. Okay, so college water station means your class people can go there, and the next class people also will go there, and any other people also can just go there and have the water. So this is what is called global temporary. Clear? So local temporary, global temporary means what? So global means what? It is accessible to all classes. Okay. So you can open one more window. You should be able to call double hash using this window as well. But when the double hash is going to go, so as soon as the creator goes away, for example, this is the guy who created. So connection number 68 is created this. Now, when you close this connection, so now what will happen? You go there and refresh, all local global temporary table will get removed. Clear? So these are, temporary tables. That means what? Water station is available in your campus, but that is not permanent. It is temporary. Temporary means as soon as you come, the water station is available, but as soon as you go, the water station and the college also will get disappeared. So that is a global temporary water station. If you keep something in your classroom, only your class people can drink. Other class people cannot come to your water station because they will be disturbing it to you, right? So what normally we do, we keep the water station away from your classroom. So now probably we're going to be keeping them in the central place of your university or the college. So any class guys can just go there and have the water, and that is also not permanent water station. It is a temporary. So as soon the examinations are over, that will get removed. For example, there is a university allocated for examinations. So during that day, examination starts at morning 9 o'clock and completes at 1 o'clock. So 9 o'clock it will be there. 1 o'clock it will be removed. That is a local and a global. Local means it will be available in your classroom, water station. Global means it is available in your college campus. You can just go there and have a water. Clear? Apart from that, you can also carry your own water bottle. So that is a CTE. And you can also have some cup of water served by somebody else. That is also fine. Clear? So like that, you have different scopes are available. So local temporary, global temporary is going to be occupying more time in the temp DB space, because as long as the connection is there, this is available in the temp DB. So sometimes you may create this, and you're not going to be using the result set anyway. So what is the problem? The problem is you're going to be eating TempDB space heavily. So that is the issue. Clear? Local temporary, global temporary is good, but as long as you are there, even though you have executed the query, still the connection is alive. If the connection is alive, so it is going to be occupying more and more space in the TempDB. That is one disadvantage. But what about CTE? CTE will get disappeared as soon as the execution is over. As soon as the execution is over, the result set which is there in the CTE, okay, so it will get deleted as soon as the query will get executed. So it is going to be occupying less time in the TempDB database. Clear? So when the execution is over, so this will get disappeared from the TempDB automatically. Clear? So that's what you need to understand. So temporary tables are going to be occupying much more time if the connection is live, because the connection 52 number established, and even the connection is there, the execution is over. When the execution is over, the K would have been created and executed, and the result K it would have been deleted also from this. It is not going to be there. So it is going to be available during the execution of the query only. CT is not going to consume lot of space from TempDB database. Clear? So the query scope is execution. So during the execution of the query, it'll get stored. Once the execution is over, it will get removed. Clear? Derived table also during the execution it will be there, but is also one execution it will be there, so it is not available to one more time as well. Clear? So derived tables and CTEs and temporary table and local global compulsory and NTB question that you are going to be getting. Clear? So people would ask you, so what is the CTE? It is declared once, use multiple times, but within the query you can call multiple times. Derived tables, create once and use one times. Temporary tables, we can create once and use multiple times. The scope is window level scope. Clear? So people may ask you this kind of a query, question marks, right? So we're talking about derived table, right? So derived table, create once and use once. That's it. Okay. That is what is called derived table. And here the scope is what? Scope is within the query, we can use only once. Clear? And here I'm talking about the next concept is called common table expression. This is also a table gets created, but the beauty use many times. That is the beauty, but that in the within the query, within single query, right? Single query only you can use. Single query we can use multiple times. This is a single query we can use only one time. Clear? The next one I am talking about. So all of them are temporary. So will be right. So this will be what is called a temp table. This is also stores the data in temp DB. So create once used many times. Single query. It is not a single query. It is single query. It is scope is window level scoping. Okay, window level means I can call the query not only here. So within this window, I should be able to call multiple times. This is a local temp. Okay, this is local temp. So then we have a global temp. This is global temp, right? So global temp. So create once, use many times. So across windows, okay? Across windows means multiple windows you should be able to call this. So these are the points that you should be able to tell them clearly. Everything is temporary in the nature. So here the result set will get disappeared as soon as the query execution is over. So here the result set is available so throughout the window, as long as you open the window, so it'll be there. Clear? So that's what is the difference between derived tables, CTE. Temporary tables are two types. One is called local and uh, global global temp tables. Clear? CTE is going to be storing the data in which database? It is going to be storing in TempDB database. Clear? Not only CTE, but also local temp and global temp. What is a local temp? Local temp means already we know it is going to be created with the help of hash, single hash. Global temp means what? We should be able to create anything with a double hash. If you prefix double hash, employee, hash employee, local temp, double hash EMP, global temporary table. Clear? So when the temp tables will be removed as as soon as you close the connections, or you can also simply say the connection is available. You can say drop table hash k. You can also execute like this. The connection is available, but you're executing this. So you will be able to drop the table very, very easily like this. You're not closing the connection. You're not closing the connection. You wanted to, execute this query. Will it work? Yes, this is going to work. So even the connection is available, you can say drop table hash k, drop table double hash k. Clear? So this will get dropped like this, or you should be able to close the connection. Clear? So that is what is the beauty about CTE, temporary table and common table expression. So I think I had given the full clarity. So in all interviews, this question is the second or third question. As soon they ask, tell me something about subqueries. They'll ask you, tell me something about CTE, tell me something about common table expression, so and temporary table, and where the data will get stored, tempdb, what is the difference between this and this. So these are points very important within the single query, multiple times. Okay, so they'll ask you, give me one example in your from your project. So you can tell them that, so this is what I wanted to do it. So if I use a derived table, this is how I'm going to be writing it. If I use a CTE, this is how I'm going to be doing it. If I wanted to go in for a temporary table, so what are the advantages? I can get the first highest, second highest, third highest if you wanted to get it. So better create a temp table and use multiple times within the window. Clear? So definitely derived tables are slow. Why slow? Because every time you're going to be executing the same lines of code, right? But CT it is not like that. It is going to be executing and keeping it in a temp DB. You can call multiple times within the query. Even temporary tables also faster. Why? Because it's going to be executing only once and storing in the temp DB multiple times. You should be able to call them. So temporary tables data also very, very fast because you have already created and kept ready. For example, you need mayonnaise sauce, you create once and you're going to be using the mayonnaise sauce multiple times, right? So what will happen? So definitely it is very, very fast. Clear? So create once and multiple times. That's what is the point. Clear? I have given a beautiful example. You remember a cup of water and a water bottle, and CTE is a water station available in your the temporary table is water station available in your class, and a global is water station available in your college campus. Clear? Remember these four things, then you can easily understand the usage. Clear? So that's what is very, very important. So there is one more question people are going to be asking you. Now you know how to write it. CT writing is very, very simple. So with CTE name as open the bracket, close the bracket. Now to remove duplicated data, we can use CTE very, very easily. This is also in all the questions people would ask you, how do you remove duplicated data? Okay, so you can use CTE or you can use your own logic, but I want to tell you a simple logic using this table. So how can we remove a duplicated data? Okay, I'm going to be creating an employee table created. Now I wanted to insert this data. Okay, where I'm creating, okay, employee table I have created in temp DB. That's fine. You can create it. It is a permanent table as of now. Okay. So now I have some duplicated data I have created. Ram, Ravi, John, Anu. So there are a lot of duplicate data. First, you need to count whether you have duplicates or not. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to group by name and count how many times this is there. So this is to find out. So Anu is only once, John is once, Ram is twice, and Ravi is thrice. Okay, you have duplicate data thrice. So wherever it is greater than one, wherever greater than one, so that is what is called as a this data is duplicated. So people would ask you, do you know the query to find out a duplicated data? So this is the data. I'm having it. I have a lot of duplicates in it. Okay, let me go and show you. This is the data I have it. So I have a lot of duplicate data. So this is a twice duplicated, thrice duplicated. It is not duplicated yet, right? So it is, but I wanted to know duplicated data. So how do you write the query? So you need to count how many times it is duplicated with this. So it is 1 and 1. So wherever more than 1. So you need to use having count star. So this is the query to find out which data is duplicated more than once. Clear? Only to find out. But how can we display without a duplicate data? We must use a distinct. Distinct is not going to delete anything, but you don't see any duplicate data. Clear? But if you see like this, it is going to be giving you duplicates. But if you use a distinct keyword, already we have learned distinct name means duplicate data will not shown. It does not mean it is deleted. It is there. It is available in the table. Table has duplicate data, but I wanted to permanently delete the data. So this is the logic I'm going to be using. So you can give any name, say with K or with CTE, K underscore CTE. You can give any name as write the table name like this. Now let me explain what I'm doing it here. So what I'm trying to do, name a row number function over partition by name, order by name ascending as a row number. So this one I'm going to be using. So let me execute what it is doing. Okay. The name of the city is simply say K. Now this is what is called K. Now let me execute it. When I execute it, I'm able to get like this. So what will happen? I'll tell you. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to give row number over partition by name. So what will happen? All the same data will get grouped. This is one group. Clear? It is going to give you row number. Okay. So now this is one group. Let me have a group with different color. This is one more group and this is one more group. So let me give this curve and this is one more group. Like that, let us have some colors. Okay. So in this group, what I'm trying to give, trying to give the row number. So row number partition by this one. So it is row number will start with 1 and a 2. Okay. Again, row number within this partition, row number always starts with again 1, 2, and 3. So this is a single group. So row number always starts with 1 and it is also 1. Clear? So it is not continuous row numbers. I wanted to have the row number within the name wise. So name is grouped and name is sorting in the ascending order. So now this is how I'm going to be getting. So what I need, wherever row number is 1, this is the data, this is duplicated, this data need to be deleted. So this is a clear data and these two rows will need to be deleted and this is fine. So wherever row number equals to 1, so the data is without a duplicate data. Okay, so these are duplicate data, and if you say greater than 1, so this is data is duplicated. So this is the data. Ravi is duplicated twice and Ram is duplicated 1. So I wanted to delete. You can put delete like this. Okay. So data will get deleted permanently. Let me execute this query. Now 3 rows are deleted and you can go to your original table. Data is no more. Have you seen it? So now you are going to be executing. There is no data to delete because I have deleted 0 rows affected. Now I wanted to insert lot of other data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lot of duplicates data is available. Have you seen this? So this is the lot of duplicate data. Now how many times each one is duplicated, it will tell you. So 25 times or 17 times. Okay. So if you add your name, for example, let me add your name for first time. Okay, let us add. So we have Jenny, right? So let me add one row. It is only once. If you see the data, this name is only once. There is no duplicates. But I wanted to delete duplicate data. So this is the query. Row number partition by, and you can have a star or the column names from this table. Clear? And delete this one when you execute it. So see now data, you have so much of data is available, but all the data we don't need. Okay, so unique records only to be available. So this is the query you should be able to write a query to delete duplicate rows from an employee table using CTE. So this is the easiest thing that you can have it. Now 56 rows have been deleted. Now you should be able to find out your name as well. Jenny is also available, plus other data is available. Have you seen this? So this is the query people would ask you in all interview questions. Okay, so you may put like this. So you should be able to execute like this. Clear? Or you can also remove. So writing this query is very, very easy. If you put semicolon, so this kind of a red message, red marks will not come. You can execute like this. Okay. So when you try to execute with this, it is also fine. So because if you wanted to execute two, you know, queries, then definitely these will not get executed when you write like this. Okay, so why it will say syntax and here. Okay, the problem is that you need to separate them with the help of a go, or you can put them like this, or instead of putting that, you should be able to keep like this. Okay, now you can execute either this one or both of them. You can execute very, very easily if you want to execute multiple queries. Clear? So this is how you should be able to write a CTE common table expression with the help of a row number function, partition by name, order by name, either ascending, descending, doesn't matter. This is the row number. So delete from K where the row number equals to 1. So this is the logic. If one data is without the duplicates and wherever it is 2, 3, 2, 4, so all of them you need to delete it. Clear? So this is very, very important thing that you must know clearly, guys. Okay. So tomorrow we'll have some more things. So I wanted to have a running total. Okay. So this is also, let me explain. I have some time now. So I wanted to get a running total. For example, a movie is running in Indian theaters. The movie name is Bahubali. Day one collection is, this many rupees or dollars. Day two collection is this is one, and day three collection is this much, and day four collection is this much. So I wanted to know the collected amount of first day is 10,000. Okay, the next day collections I would like to have it running total. What do you mean by running total? First day amount plus second day amount is 20,000, 10,000 plus 20,000. So this will be running total 30,000. In the day two, the total amount will be 30,000. So 30,000 plus the next day collection is 15,000. So this is next day collection. 30,000 plus 15,000, 45,000. So this will be running total. Clear? So end of day three, you have $45,000 plus you have the next day collection is $25,000. So 45,000 plus this one. So it will be 70,000. So this is how you should be able to get the running total. Clear? So people may ask you how to get running total. So to get running total, so we should be able to use the sum of C balance over order by this one. So instead of using a ranking function, you can go in for this one. Okay. So, so select account ID, comma name, comma C balance from account master table, right? So I wanted to know running total. I'll say sum of C balance over, I wanted to say over. So you can take any one column. So I can have order by account ID ascending and as running underscore total. Okay. Instead of giving the ranking function, so this is what is called window function, windowed functions. These are called window functions or windowed functions. Okay. Window functions, people will be calling this function over functions. Okay. So I'm going to be using this function along with the ranking, but I'm going to be using aggregate function now. Clear? So which is going to be giving you running total. So first amount is this. So this amount plus this amount is this. This amount plus this amount is this, like that. It's going to be, so this amount plus this amount is this. If you have a null, nothing will happen. It's going to be eliminating and doing the aggregations. So this amount and this amount is equal to this. So this is how the execution is going to be happening. You will be able to get the running total. But running total, if you have multiple movies are going on, this is a single movie collection, right? You may have one more movie is going on. So I wanted to have movie wise running total. So if that is the case, for example, I have a branch ID here. So branch ID wise running total, I wanted to have it. So this is across, but within the branch, I would like to have the running total. Means you can go in for partition, partition by like this. Partition by, you should be able to go like this, and you will be able to get running total. Clear? So within the branch, you should be able to get the running total. Then this branch is going to be happening. If you have multiple movies, and I wanted to know, this one. So you can say partition by movie, and you are going to be ordering based on the day, right? Here I'm going to be ordering based on the account ID. So in the ascending order, right? So here you're going to be using a date column. You can say order by day or date column, date of collection and ascending order. Clear? And the partition by what? Movie. Partition by movie, order by date, ascending order. It will be running total. And you're writing star. You can simply put star also. Clear? So star is also fine. So star comma this one. Star means all columns plus it's going to be sorted the data based on this. Clear? It's going to be having the running total like this. Am I clear? So this is also one more interview question. How do you get running total? Running total branch wise, running total movie wise. How do you get it? You can tell them that. So this is how. But otherwise, before that, we were doing a lot of queries used to write it. Okay, running total using subquery. So a query in the where clause or a query in the select clause is also subquery, right? So this is how we used to write 20 years back, right? It is very complicated query. So running total using the joins. So using joins also you should be able to get the running total, but those are very complicated queries. You should be able to write. You'll go mad to understand this query, right? I told you a query can be written in multiple ways, but which is the easiest way that without complications. So you may be Einstein, you can understand any logic, but I am not a Einstein, I am not a Bill Gates. I cannot understand the complete, or logic which you have written. So, which is the easiest logic? Anybody can understand easily. You need to follow that kind of a logic in your coding. Am I clear? So, and one more interview question I'll tell you. They ask like this. That is 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. They want to have in column 1 positive numbers sum of positive numbers. In column 2, sum of negative numbers. If you say sum of sales amount, you'll get 0. Why? 1 -1 0, 2 -2 0, 3 -3 0, right? If you say sum of sales amount, you will get 0 as an answer. But what the interviewer wanted to have, so positive numbers should be summed up and display like this, and the negative numbers need to be summed up and display in second column. You also try this interview question, and tomorrow you come. And one more interview question. I have some data like this: John, Anushka, Salman, Mary, and male, female, male, female. So what is that they wanted to have? They wanted to have a update statement. Okay. So you have to write an update statement. Wherever there is a male, it has to become female, and wherever there is a female, it has to become a male. Okay, so very simple, clear. So do you understand what is the interview question? The interview question, you write a single update statement. Wherever there is a male, it has to become female, and wherever there is a female, it has to become male. So you cannot write wherever there is a male, update, employee, where gender, set gender equals to female, where gender equals to male. So you cannot do like this, because when you do, all of them will become females. So it will become female, it will become female. But I need, wherever there is a female, it has to become male. And wherever there is a male, it has to become a female. You need to write one update statement, single update statement, and try to achieve this. Clear? So these are the few things that we should know, and tell me these interview questions. These are asked heavily. This is many times, came in the interview, and this is also many times came in the interview, right? So the earlier we also discussed a lot of questions on joins, lot of questions on lot of other things, right? So all these are, you need to write them separately. Okay, you need to maintain one interview, interview questions notebook. So you should be able to write them all the questions and answers, questions and answers, questions and answers, because I am not giving you a separate things one, so I'm covering them. But whenever you're taking the notes, include those, interview questions separately, so that you are ready for the answers. Okay, guys. So any questions you have?